We've seen all kinds of interesting permutations of the sharing economy. Here's one for you: borrowing someone else's pool. Yes, there is a startup for that. It's called Swimply. The co-founder, Asher Weinberger, is joining us now from Long Island. Asher, uh, how did you come up with this idea, and how did you find people who are willing to lend out their pools for a few hours?
We came up with the idea really trying to solve a personal problem. I just bought my first home with a pool, was kind of frustrated with the amount of people who wanted to use it. I just wanted their scheduling app, honestly. It did not occur to me at all to monetize this. I bumped into my now co-founder at a networking event. He told me he had tested out monetizing it by knocking on his neighbor's door. He said, "Hey, I see your pool's always empty. Can I help you with some of your maintenance costs in exchange for a few hours at the pool?" She agreed. It spread from there. So we teamed up. We went onto Google Earth. We looked for big blue splotches from the sky, knocked on about 80 doors, got lots of doors slammed in our faces. We got 4 pools to sign up. We built a website for 500 bucks, and the rest is history. We had thousands of strangers swimming in strangers' pools. As to your question, how do we find hosts? They find us. We've done zero marketing, so it's all word of mouth.
It's a great business concept and all the best to you. But I am curious, what kind of liability issues are there? Public pools, you got to have a lifeguard. Do I have to have a lifeguard at my house if I do this?
No, you don't, but every booking does have to have an adult, right? No children can make a booking. As to the general question about liability, so really all sharing economy marketplaces have the same problem. Airbnb, for their first 5 years, did not offer insurance, right? So we have built-in waivers. When you become a user on Swimply.com or the app, you are automatically entering into a liability waiver, indemnifying each other. We do hope to have in the next 12 months full insurance product as we gather more data, and that allows the actuaries to build a product for us.
Asher, I want to know what it's like, to host something like this. Do you have you have a bunch of strangers outside running around in your pool? I mean, is it weird for the hosts, and then for the guests, you have a stranger watching you swim around? Is that weird as well? It's not like you have Airbnb where the host is completely gone.
Yeah, good question. So first of all, I'm a good person to ask because I am a host on Swimply. I'm the first one, actually. So my pool, which is just out there, is always full of people. So the answer is very simple. Around 90% of our hosts never meet with the guests, right? So it's truly a contactless experience. The blinds are down, and no one's creeping on anybody. It's really something that people are very used to. If you own a pool, you always have family or friends or neighbors using your pool. People borrow pools all the time. So it's not a very new consumer habit. The only difference is that there's a transaction involved, right? So it's something people are very used to.
Asher, I live in an apartment, not right now, but I am normally in LA, and I live in a condo where there is a pool, and the pool is the last amenity to reopen. And now it's all spaced out. You have to sign in. There's a quota, and it's in waves, right? No pun intended there, because they're trying to clean it frequently and often and very thoroughly. What is the protocol from the host side of things? Because you guys launched pre-pandemic. How have you been able to adopt new hygienic sort of processes during this time?
Sure. So the first thing to understand is that the CDC declared day one that pools are safe, right? First of all, they're outdoors, the heat potentially, very little contact between people, and the chlorinated water does mitigate the virus. So there's very little that you actually have to do. However, we've been very vigilant. We have an entire host care team dedicated to working with our hosts, keeping them on top of their regular cleanings. The interesting thing about pools is that they're generally speaking maintained by a third party, a professional licensed third party. So it's happening on a regular basis. On top of that, the hosts are swimming in these pools themselves. It's their pool. So they're highly motivated to keep the pool very clean. And we're always sending them, tips how they can, be more vigilant and hyper vigilant about their cleanliness and hygiene. But it really comes down to just getting those pH levels balanced, wiping down some chairs. It's not very complicated.
Asher, I want to end with a maybe seemingly silly but important question, and it's about the bathroom, right? If somebody's renting a pool for a couple hours, do they have access to the bathroom in the house? And if not, do you worry about people using your bushes, for example?
Or the pool, right? So
Right.
it's funny, we get this question a lot, but no one asks the question to like Turo or someone who's renting cars out for you're driving for a couple hours. Where's the bathroom in the car, right? I guess it's a little bit different with a pool. The answer is that the vast majority of our hosts do provide bathroom access, whether it's an outdoor, back house, a guest house, or some people even have a high-end porta potty, and we'll help with that. I have a bathroom that is sort of, just next to the pool area in a den that I don't really use, and that's dedicated and cleaned exclusively for Swimply guests. So that solves that problem.
All right. Good to know. Asher Weinberger, I think we checked all the boxes here. Swimply co-founder. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.